All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a playbook that shows you how to turn your creative passion into a launch that actually makes noise. And this is pretty cool. It actually comes from an internal training guide for solo designers, and it's all about one powerful idea: hype. Okay, so picture this. You've poured your heart, your soul, everything into creating something amazing. It's done, but then that feeling hits you right in the gut. The fear that you're going to put it out there, hit publish, and just hear crickets. We've all been there, right? That's a fear every single creator knows. But what if a successful launch has nothing to do with luck, or magic, or even having a massive following? Well, this playbook says the answer is hype. And the best part? Hype isn't just random, it's a system you can actually master. So, okay, let's get into it. All right, first up in the playbook is phase 1, sowing the seeds. And this is key. We're not even talking about marketing yet. This is pure psychology. The whole goal here is to build a real emotional connection with your audience before you ever ask them to buy a single thing. You're creating a story they feel like they're a part of right from the very beginning. So the first big tool we're going to talk about is anticipation. Honestly, just think of it like a movie trailer for your launch. You're dropping little hints of what's coming, creating that feeling of, I need to know more. And why does this work so well? You know that feeling, right? We all love being in the know. We want to feel like insiders who discovered something special before everyone else. Okay, so how do you actually build it? The playbook has some genius, super simple tactics. You can tease your work. Don't show the whole thing. Post a blurred image or a super close-up of a fabric texture. Start a simple countdown. Share your messy, real, behind-the-scenes stuff, the mood boards, the sketches, the tests. And this one? This is my favorite. Just ask a question. Something like, would you wear this color? It pulls your audience right into your world and gets that energy building. All right, next up, storytelling. And the playbook is like crystal clear about this one. People don't buy things, they buy stories. Sharing the why behind what you do, the inspiration, the mood, the whole motivation, that's what creates a real human connection. And that is what builds loyalty way before anyone can even think about clicking buy. And that idea flows perfectly into this concept of building in public. You know the old way, right? You'd hide everything away until it was polished and perfect. But the new way, the better way, you share the real journey. The wins, absolutely, but also the mistakes, the messy middle part. It proves you're human, it builds an incredible amount of trust, and it makes your audience feel like they were right there with you the whole time. Okay, so we've got the story, the emotional buy-in. Now for phase 2. This is where we get into the nitty-gritty, the actual mechanics to turn all that fuzzy good feeling into real, concrete action. This is where we get tactical. First up is a big one: scarcity. I mean, it's just human nature, right? We're hardwired to want things that are rare. So by limiting access, maybe it's a small number of pieces or a really short window to buy, you're not just selling a product, you're offering a limited time opportunity. And that adds this powerful sense of urgency and just makes the whole thing feel way more special. And here's what makes this work. It's all about being specific. Don't just say, oh, it's limited edition. Say, there will only be 20 of these available, ever. See, that feels real. It feels honest. But, and this is maybe the most important part, you cannot fake it. You just can't. Your audience's trust is everything, and you can't break that. So let's break down the drop culture playbook. This is how you stop just listing a product and start creating an event, a real moment. Step 1, give your drop a name, something that captures its vibe. Step 2, set a super precise date and time. Not just next week. We're talking Friday at 7 p.m. sharp. Then you build a visual countdown and you premiere the whole thing like it's a movie. Make it something people actually put in their calendars. And this right here might be your secret weapon: the waitlist. A waitlist is amazing because it does 3 things at once. First, it builds urgency. People feel like they need to sign up to even get a chance. Second, it validates your idea. You get to see how many people are actually interested before you launch. And third, it builds incredible momentum, so you're not launching to an empty room. You're launching to an excited, ready-to-go audience. All right, we've built the story. We've set up the event. Now for phase 3. Launch day. This is it. The moment where all that buzz you worked so hard to create has to turn into real support and sales. This is the critical window. So what does that final week actually look like? Think of this timeline as your game plan. 2 weeks out, you announce the date. 1 week out, those countdowns and daily teasers start. The day before, you drop an emotional story to set the mood. On launch day, you are live, you are on, you are engaged. But check this out. Here's the part a lot of people forget. You have to keep that energy going for 3 to 5 days after you launch to really capture the full impact. You know, a great launch looks so easy from the outside, but it's all about the prep work. This checklist right here is absolute gold. Get all your photos and videos organized. Write your main captions ahead of time so you're not just scrambling. Make sure your date is locked, your waitlist is growing, and this is a big one. Ask your friends and your biggest supporters to be ready to hype you up the second you go live. Being this prepared lets you just be calm, confident, and present. Okay, I absolutely love this quote from the playbook. Hype is the spark, but demand is the fire. All that work you did with storytelling and anticipation, that was the spark. But now you have to fan that spark into a real fire. That means you're in the comments, you're answering every question, you're making it as easy as possible for that excited audience to become your first customers. Okay, last thing. Let's talk about the secret ingredient. The playbook calls it the force multiplier, which I think is so cool. It's the one thing that most solo creators just forget to do. But it has the power to turn your small, personal project into something that feels like a real movement. And what is the secret ingredient? It's asking for help. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? But trust me, this is a total game changer. Reaching out to your network, your friends, your community, other creators, and asking them for support, for a shout out, for feedback, that's not weakness. That is strategic strength. You don't have to do all the shouting yourself. When other people help you, your voice gets so much louder. So there you have it, the whole playbook, from planting those first seeds of hype all the way to launching. But I want to leave you with this last question from the playbook, because it really gets to the heart of it all. After everything, you built the hype, they bought the piece. What story will they tell when they wear it? Because that, in the end, is what this is all about, creating something that becomes a part of their story, too.